Hello and welcome back to another video, and in this Path of Titans video we are going to be doing another modded showcase, which is where we just go over a modded dino, see how the dino is, and just go over his abilities and all that stuff. And in this video we are doing this dino right here. Now I don't know how to really say his name. Is it either the Carchar, the Carchar, the Charcar? One of those. He is the modded dino. Actually really good, and we're going to be going over his stats in this video, his movesets and all that stuff, and then we're going to discuss if I think he's good or not. So first, let's go over the size of him. Now, the camera view is kind of weird with him now. It seems like it's more further out. So right now, this is the default camera view, and it looks more zoomed out. I don't know if you could tell from the video. I kind of don't like it when it's zoomed out too much, but if you guys didn't know, you actually can zoom your camera in if you wanted to. If you're on controller, all you have to do is just open up this right here, and then just hit R2 on your controller. For PC, I'm not sure what it is for PC. If you know, put it in the comments. But yeah, the camera view for him, though, is kind of zoomed out way too far, similar to the Giga, so I don't really like that part. His stats are actually pretty good. So he has 800 health, and he has 6,500 combat weight, which is actually a pretty high combat weight, so he can do a good amount of damage. So as far as his sprinting speed, it does seem pretty slow. Now, keep in mind, I am using a defense build right now, so I'm not going to have the fastest speed, but I think even on average with the speed build, you're not going to really be that fast. His speed is only 875, which is only 25 higher speed than the Rex. So he's pretty much almost the same speed as a T-Rex, but he's a little bit faster. Nothing really insane. Now to go over his moveset, he does have quite the set of moves. So he has a lacerating bite that does high bleed and medium damage, and then a bite that does high damage. So his regular bite does 60 damage with 0.25 bleed. And then his lacerating bite does 30 damage with 1 bleed, which is a lot of bleed, compared to the 0.25 that the regular bite has. For front limb, he has a claw attack. Now, they don't show the damage for this claw attack on the stat chart, so I'm not sure how much damage this does exactly. For hide, you have thick scales or thin scales, nothing crazy. For back limb, you have the stomp with the right leg, stomp with the left leg, and then you have a charge where you can charge forward, causing damage to anything you hit. Now the kick attacks or the stomps does 45 damage per hit. And then he has a tail attack that doesn't really give any description, but according to the stat charts, his tail attack does 45 damage as well, which is actually pretty strong for a standard tail attack on an Apex, so it's actually really good. And then he has nimble tail, which he loses the ability with his tail, but he gains turn radius at the cost of attack damage. So I would suggest just keeping the tail attack on, but that's really up to your preference. Now you can see we put all his movesets on the bottom there, and it does seem like a lot of moves, so we're just going to demonstrate them real quick. So first we have the regular bite attack, and his regular bite is pretty quick. You can see how fast you can do it back to back, which is pretty good. For the ripping bites, animation is a little bit longer, but that is supposed to do some good damage with some high bleed. So if you really want to bleed out somebody, you would use this bite. For the back kicks, we have the left one and the right one. So we're going to do the left one first, which is where he basically stomps. And I'm guessing if anyone is standing below him, like some ankle biters, you could just stomp on him. If he's on the right foot, you could stomp his right foot. Or you could just alternate left and right like you're marching to the fucking thing, like you're a marching band. And then you have the regular tail attack, which is kind of interesting, the animation for it. And then you have the claw attack, which is, I don't know how much damage that does, but overall he has a pretty solid moveset. Also keep in mind, if you have a modded Giga that's in your group as well, he does have a voice call that can give you, I believe it's extra damage. I don't have it pulled up right now, so I can't remember. But the Giga's call gives extra damage to any Carchars in his group. And if you have a group of these in them with the Giga, you can do a considerable amount of damage as a team. And then real quick, we could just go over his vocal selection just to hear how he sounds when he roars and all that stuff, because I just like going through that. So let's start off with the main big one. That is fairly loud. I kind of love it when they have a loud roar. That sounds more intimidating. We're going to do the second call. Okay, nice and subtle. We're going to do the third one. Not bad. Little roar and a little shake off. Fourth call is pretty basic. We have the Harlem Shake animation. We got him smelling around, smelling what the rock is cooking. Then we have him stretching his little feet like he's getting ready to charge or fight, which is pretty cool. His vocal selection is not that bad. I know this is not a is it worth growing series where I discuss if I think it's worth growing, but I will just add in there that yes, you probably should grow one of these because they are very, very good, very strong to where some would consider very OP. I personally think they're like on borderline OP to where they're like too crazy, but that's just my opinion. Otherwise, though, he's a pretty badass dino. Good to have, good to play with, and yeah, just overall a good modded dino. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Let me know what modded dino you want me to go over next, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.